Bachelor Buttons. We're going to go over their medicinal qualities, a little bit on planting them, and how to use them when it comes time to harvest. So we will see you soon. We're back, lunch is done, and there's a storm rolling in, so I'm gonna make this kind of quick and see if we can make it before I get totally rained on here on the front porch. So Bachelor Buttons, we use a lot of Bachelor Buttons in our teas, and mostly because they're beautiful. They add a lot of color to our teas and our creations. They're really easy to grow. We grew a few last year as a test plot, and follow the scissors and the flowers so you can see.
Hey, it's hot in here. Are those flowers going in our salad?
Okay. And we're going to be planting a bunch more outside in the garden this year. But Bachelor Buttons are not only beautiful, they also have a lot of medicinal, culinary, and other uses. Brr, it's cold out here. Woo! Something going on down the street, and the wind. So Bachelor Buttons have lots of other common names. They're also known as cornflowers, as blue poppies, blue bonnet, blue sickle, and blue cap. Their Latin name, I'm probably going to butcher it, but I'll try it for you. It'll at least be entertaining, right? Right? My pages are blown away. Centuria sinensis. I know, bad. Sorry. I think we're going to go to the greenhouse. At least I won't get wet. Okay, I made it to the greenhouse. It's really starting to rain out here. So hopefully you can hear me with the rain hitting the greenhouse. But this way I don't blow away and I don't get wet. Bachelor Buttons. They don't just look pretty, they have lots of different uses. So culinary wise, they're really pretty to use in salads, fresh. They make great decorations for baked goods like cakes or cupcakes when they're fresh or dried. They can also be powdered and added to sugar to decorate sugar, kind of turn the sugar a little blue. Or you can leave them whole and make a rim sugar like for a drink, whether it be tea or an alcoholic drink, whatever your choice might be. You can use them in tea blends. Okay, that's kind of a given. But they do add a lot of color to tea blends. It's getting really loud out here. They also have lots of medicinal uses for the tea blends, and we'll get to that in a minute. A few good reasons to use. I shouldn't have waited till after lunch to do this. It wasn't raining then. A few good reasons to eat the Bachelor Buttons is because they're high in calcium, lots of ascorbic acid and folate, and they also contain mineral salts. Which brings us to the medicinal reasons for using Bachelor Buttons. Bachelor Buttons, cornflowers, whatever you want to call them, they're high in antioxidants and high in tannins. They're also known to be anti-inflammatory. Lots of stuff going on outside. Because they're anti-inflammatory, they're good to use in a mouth rinse. They assist with bleeding and sore gums, and they also help soothe stomach ulcers. Bachelor Buttons are also known for helping the digestive system out, so if you have indigestion or, as we said, stomach ulcers, that's helpful. They're also good for UTI infections and liver detoxification. Another use for them is constipation. So you can see they have an affinity for the digestive tract in many different ways. So what parts do you want to use to get the benefits from these? Mostly the flowering part is used for both culinary medicinal purposes, but you can also use the stem and the leaves. In fact, if you take the stem and break it open and get the juice out of it, you can use it on open wounds to stop bleeding. You can also use the juice from the stems as a rinse to help with the gums. It also works as a poultice for aching muscles, for bruising. I kind of think of it like arnica, but you can use it in an open wound, whereas with arnica you don't want to put that in an open wound. And arnica is not going to stop bleeding, but the Bachelor Buttons will. They would be a great addition to a plantain salve that also has an affinity for open wounds. And it also works for puffy or swollen eyes, an eye rinse, anything externally with the eyes. And it also helps with hair. You can use being watched. Hi! You can also make a very strong infusion and use it as a hair rinse. Aside from medicinal and culinary uses, Bachelor Buttons can also be used to make a natural dye. Probably a strong infusion would be useful for Easter egg dyeing or dyeing wool or yarn, and even linen. So if you want to learn more about Bachelor Buttons, hi Faith.
Hi.
Grab the link down below on our blog post. We're going to put more information there and maybe a recipe or two. And we also created these lovely MATERIA MEDICA sheets that you can fill out for herbs, and we're going to continue this series on individual herbs and their uses. So these will come in really handy for recording all of that information. And thanks for joining us on the farm, and we will see you next time. St. Fiacre's Farm.
Fiacre.
Fiacre?
Fiacre. Fiacre.
Thanks for joining us on the farm.